Smells like 4th of July and freedom. What is up, Goon Squad? If you're new, be sure to like and subscribe. Also, everybody turn on your post notifications because we got some awesome stuff coming to the channel. Currently, we are at the Ford dealership about to get some coolant because we want to start that Mustang up. So let's go get some coolant and we're gonna head back home. All right, we got the coolant from the parts department, heading back home. They gave us a good deal, so we'll definitely be back.
Yeah, they gave us a steal. They didn't steal us.
Yeah, originally they were like 48 bucks a piece, but she dropped it like half that, so it was 20 bucks. It might be just like a marketing thing that they do, but
I don't know,
but that is cheap. I actually looked it up on eBay and they were around that same price. So she said she wanted us to come back, and I guarantee you we'll be back. So
it's the first time a dealership ever gave us a dealership.
A deal. Right, that's funny as heck. All right, let's head back home. Back at the house here.
We got the fluid, the right stuff right here, the orange antifreeze from Ford. So we're gonna put it in, dilute it, and finish off with the radiators and stuff because the front end is completely done. I don't think we'll be ever taking that apart again, so we should be good there.
Still fresh here, so we're using microfiber. Let me help you out there.
Yeah, still fresh.
Yeah, we want to preserve this paint as long as possible. All right, let's pour it up. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and crank it up to let some of this fluid go down into the system. They haven't heard it crank up in a while.
Oh man, it sounds so good. Horn works.
Horn works.
The throttle pedal works too, man. I think it's a little bit sticky.
What's the temperature at right now?
I mean, it just says the engine's on. I don't think I understand. Oh, it did. The temperature.
Oh, we're running low on fuel.
Oh, we are. Probably been gassing it too much.
All right, so the fluid is good. Got it right at the line. Now moving on to the next part of this. All right, guys, it is freaking hot today, but we're still gonna be working. Had to put on a tank top because you know you're gonna be sweating. So let's get to work and keep on moving. Before we start sanding and doing any body work, we're gonna line up all the gaps and body lines. All right, it's so freaking hot today. We're gonna need something to cover up the Mustang and give us a little bit of shade so we can stay cool. So that's gonna give us some shade, gonna let us cool down a little bit. Let's get to it. Let's line all these gaps up, and then we can start working on the body work.
We're gonna take off this front bumper real quick because I want to align the hood to the fenders and the doors as well. This bumper is gonna be the last thing we're gonna do because it doesn't really need aligning because it just snaps on. All right, set this down right here
In the grass.
Now we're gonna lower this hood and see where the body lines look like, and then we're gonna adjust them from there.
So probably you want to look at the body lines.
I'm gonna raise the hood up first. Yeah. First things first.
Raise the hood up.
There's just a little rubber thing right here. You just adjust the height with it. Spin it. Now we're gonna adjust. This fender should be good. This fender should be screwed on.
Yeah, so that gap right there is pretty dang good. Moving on to this side, let's check the gap out. What's it looking like?
It's pretty tight right here, so we're gonna have to move this top of the fender like this. See how we left the bolts loose so we can adjust it. So we're gonna pick up the hood, pull it out a little bit, and then once we pull it out right here, it's gonna go closer to the hood, so we're gonna need to pull this hood forward some to keep it all adjusted. And it does need to go forward a little bit because as you can see this fender where it ends, the hood needs to go a little bit forward, so be really straight with that.
Yep, makes sense.
May sound easy, but it's not.
It's a lot of small increments at once, so you do like little bits at one time because like it could really go crazy if you don't do it a little bit at a time.
All right, guys, so we got the body lines as best as we can get them. They almost look OEM, almost OEM, just like I said before. You can't get it exactly perfect because it is an aftermarket hood, and it is one of the top of the line hoods, but still they're not perfect. They're not OEM, so you gotta just fool with it a little bit, but we did get it as perfect as possible. Maybe later on we're gonna fool with it a little bit more, but right now it looks great. And we're not gonna throw the front bumper on right now because first we're gonna do this fender right here, do the body work on it. This is basically the only body work on the car other than sanding the hood, and if we do find a dent, we're gonna fix it. But other than that, this is the only body work. It's like a little bit right here and a little bit right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and get this whole area as smooth as possible and as straight as possible. But before I start, I wanna go ahead and tape up this headlight right here all the way around it so you don't sand this headlight. Like, you're gonna be using a block right here, and if you slip or you go too far, you're gonna hit that, your headlight's ruined. There's no getting deep scratches out of that headlight. So, and now I'm gonna go ahead and start sanding and prepping for some Bondo.
And this is just really going to minimize the amount of Bondo that's going to get used and try to get that dent out as much as possible.
There was a crease right here. We got it straightened out much better. It's just a little dent right here and a little one right here. Sand it just a little bit and it shows you, like, you see where the dent is at? It shows you where the high and low spots. So there's actually a dent right here. So that's where I can tell exactly where to put the Bondo at. Is right there. That's our main dent. So I'm gonna work on that area and right here also. I'm gonna sand it right here. So not bad, easy to fix, just gonna take some time. And I'm gonna go ahead and sand this whole front section of the fender because you don't wanna just Bondo this little area and this little area because then it's not gonna be straight. You're gonna have waves and whatnot. You wanna go ahead and apply it all along this little area. So when you're sanding everything, it's one piece and then it comes into the fender so it looks almost OEM.
Alright, so while this Bondo here dries, I'm going to move on to this door panel here and I'm going to take it apart. Pretty much because we do got to wet sand this whole entire door because we are going to blend onto it about somewhere there, and we're going to clear coat the rest of it. So I got to remove this mirror and also these trim pieces and probably this handle, right? Yeah, because we're not gonna have to paint that, we just paint the whole panel. Let me go ahead and remove this inner panel and we'll go from there. Simple as that. All right, if I'm correct, I believe this just pops right off, like from doing it from other vehicles. I think it should just pop right off. Oh, this comes off first. Yep, this clips back there. Okay, put that off. Oh, I'm glad I didn't pop that off. There's a hex or a star bit there. You have to roll the window back up, take the speaker out, stick your hand in there to unplug that mirror.
Yeah, that was probably pretty difficult right there.
But we figured it out.
Got it.
It's off, the little trim piece is off here, so we're able to sand. Last but not least thing here is to take off this handle, which that should be pretty simple too. Pretty much we got everything taken apart. And I also went ahead and screwed all the bolts back in where they need to go so I don't lose track of them. So that's gonna be it for this door. We're gonna move on to the other side. Alright, so we got this door taken apart also. He's finishing up the Bondo work here. Looking good, looking smooth. Almost ready for some primer. It's a quick break. We're gonna run up to the convenience store. Keeps us cool out here. Woo! We got new flavor today. Fire, straight fire. Keeps you cool, keeps you going. Alright, so we took a quick lunch break. We're actually heading to the FedEx facility. We gotta go pick up a package. Let's go see what it is, guys. Yeah, I need to pick up a package. This is a larger package. We'll open it as soon as we get home. I'm surprised that it says made in China though. I mean, I wasn't expecting that from pretty pricey product here, so.
It is a...
What? Set it on top.
That's pretty nice. You don't damage your paint.
Oh. Oh man.
Dang. That looks
man.
good.
Oh man.
Carbon
Dude, that's
fiber.
all real carbon too.
Need to take off this.
Yeah, we're gonna take off the stock one for sure, cause it's not gonna work with it. Dang, son. And there's a little piece that goes here, right here, pretty much, that covers up the rest of the holes. But dude, that's gonna look sick. That is gonna look sick.
That looks.
Oh my goodness, just sitting there.
That's not even how it sits properly, but
Yeah.
just give you a little look.
Dude, that is so freaking awesome. Let me get you guys up close.
It's
It goes perfect. I like the little bit. I'm glad that we didn't get one and painted it. I think that looks a lot better.
So this wing is super lightweight, and it's it's like the GT350 replica wing, or just a higher model wing that you can get with your Mustang when you order it from the dealer. But this thing is super light. We wanted to go with the carbon fiber look because it's gonna just look good and it's gonna give some downforce on them high speeds. And this thing is just really nice.
Yeah,
it's just gonna go with the flow with this car with the black wheels. And
Yeah, for
this.
sure.
It's gonna look good. I can't wait to install it after we paint the car. It's gonna look awesome.
So we're gonna package that back up, save it for another video. We're gonna focus on the body work and wet sanding the Mustang.
Now that I finished final sanding it with the 180, got it really straight as I possibly can, unless my fingers are crooked or something, but that's super straight. Now I'm gonna go around the edges with the 320 to get all these scratches out. I'm gonna go around like this everywhere, because then I'm gonna primer it up to right here.
So while he's sanding that, getting that ready for primer, I got my bucket of soap and water. Now I'm about to go grab a 600 grit sandpaper, and I'm gonna start sanding on this door. My main focus when wet sanding is gonna be these two doors, this door and the passenger side door, because these are our blend panels. This is where we're gonna be blending. We're probably not gonna paint the quarter panels. We're probably just gonna buff them out and make them shine real nice.
Yeah, we'll see about them quarter panels.
Yeah,
We're gonna see. We might, I'm just saying this, we might go ahead and clear this whole side. Just
Yeah.
depends on what it comes out to be.
If they
First,
buff out.
yeah, first we're gonna sand these two doors.
Yeah, and moving on here to the rear bumper, we are gonna have to repaint the rear bumper because it's pretty scratched up.
Yeah, it is. We're gonna have to just sand it down, primer it.
Same with this quarter panel. We're gonna try to buff it out, see if it turns out nice. If anything, we're gonna throw clear coat on the whole thing, but we're gonna have to sand this door too. The roof is going black, and then this fender and this hood we will wet sand with the 600 grit also.
Yeah, we got quite a bit of work on our hands, so we're gonna try to knock it out as fast as possible. Maybe in a day, 2-day period, maybe 3 days. It just depends. We're gonna try to hit it up.
What about the front bumper? What are we using on that?
The front bumper, we're gonna,
Dry sand it?
yeah, no, we're gonna scuff it, and then there is that little repair that we have to do.
Oh yeah, that little
Yeah,
neck.
that ain't nothing, but
That's
that's gonna
alright.
be a quick fix.
That's a lot of work on our hands, but we're gonna try to knock it out today because we're on a schedule. Gosh, he's dead. You dead, Thomas? You sure look like it, buddy. He is straight passed out, man. On these hot days, man, he just loves to just sit under the car while we're working and just sleep. So while he's doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and start sanding. All right, first, the most important thing is to get the panel really nice and clean. So bucket of soap and water, go ahead and clean it. So I'm gonna be using a 600 grit sandpaper with a soft foam pad.
While he's gonna be over there sanding, I'm gonna go ahead and tape this up to get it ready for primer.
Now moving on over here, he's gonna prime it.
First coat, I'll make it a little rough so it fixes any imperfections.
Bit more sanding there, but we're gonna go ahead and untape this. We got a couple coats of primer on here, and we also threw some guide coat down, so it's ready to get untaped. And we're gonna start sanding the whole front end and the other door over there. So getting a little bit closer.
Let that dry, take that badge off, and hop on helping him sand the rest of the car.
Yep, because this is a long process. It's pretty dang hard, but as you can see, it's turning out pretty good. 2 people on it. I think we should definitely get it done a lot faster.
Fishing line. Just put it around here.
I think you're supposed to heat it up a little bit, but
oh man, 14 pound, man. Do we got any 50 pound?
hey, that's kind of bass I pull in, so I think we got some line in the garage somewhere. Alright, so this side is completely sanded down. It's looking good. It's just got to dry up a little bit. So we're probably going to go ahead and turn it around because the sun is facing that way. So we're turning it around so we can work in some shade. And we're going to start sanding that side. I don't know if we're going to get to the hood today, are we?
Probably not. That's going to be the longest process.
Yeah, I mean, that took a couple hours right there alone. So when you're just throwing clear coat, you can't sand through. And I kind of sanded through right here. So that means we're going to have to blend a little bit further. But it's really tricky to make sure you do not sand through, but you sand enough so the paint throws down properly. So that's the tough part, but we got this side down. Now we're gonna go on to the other side. As soon as we get it painted and all, you guys better stay tuned. We got some awesome things on the way. That's good. America, baby. Oh, I like that. Turn the blinker on. Dude, that's awesome. Happy 4th of July.
Well, it's not 4th of July yet, but
it's going to be 4th of July for when they get this video.
It's going to be 4th of
so
July.
Happy 4th of July, guys.
Happy Independence Day.
That's freedom for you. Let's call this car Freedom.
What? Is that the name, guys?
Freedom. No, I don't know, guys. Be sure to drop a comment down below on what you think we should name her. Or him. Whatever you want to... I mean... That's up for discussion, so you guys just drop that down in the comments below and we'll figure something out. So let's go ahead and jump onto this side, try to knock that out for today and probably wrap it up. Alright guys, so we're going to pause for a second. We've done a lot of sanding today and I think it's only right if we put this front bumper on. Put the key in the ignition, or no, there's no ignition. Push the start button, crank this bad boy up and take it around the block. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the first test drive ever on this 2017 Mustang GT. So we just threw the latch on also. Let's see how it closes. We're just having that microfiber there just in case so that doesn't bounce around in there. Yep, that's the proper way to close a aftermarket hood right there. Check out those gaps though, man. They're pretty dang good.
Well, the bumper is, I just threw it on there.
Yeah, the bumper is just
to be there.
Bumper will get slightly adjusted later, but it's pretty dang good. Let's go, man.
Dang, son.
That sucker was spinning, bro. Every freaking gear.
Every gear, dude.
How's the coolant? How's the temperature?
It's all pretty good.
Smells like 4th of July and freedom. Dude, that thing sounded so nasty when you just ripped right past me, man. I'm telling, dude.
It's an animal, dude. It's crazy, man.
That's all bone stock right there.
Can't wait to do a tune on it.
Yeah, some other stuff, an exhaust. Man, we got some awesome stuff on the way, guys. Be sure to turn on post notifications. Careful, 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 careful.
We got them grippy tires.
Oh yeah, we got them grippies. We got them Nittos, but That had me pounding, that had my heart pounding right there, man. That was crazy. We're gonna take it easy. We're gonna go back home. We're gonna park it. And that's gonna be a wrap for today, guys. I mean, we were sanding all day, but we're all sanded out. We are all worn out. We've been sanding all day in the sun, outside. How's temperature and all?
Everything looks good.
First test drive. You gotta be careful with these things, man. But good thing we got the Nittos on it. Gonna give us that traction.
It had a lot of grip. What brand is that again?
NT555 G2. Straight stickies. So the coolant did drop down a little bit. But right, we're gonna fill it back up. Alright, so we got one more package that we're gonna open up. I think it's the fog light before we wrap this video up. He's crazy. Crazy cat. You gonna help me open it, Thomas?
Oh, he's gonna hop in there. Nicely packaged.
Oh yeah, very nicely packaged. Dang, it's like brand new almost. So we were missing one.
Yeah, ours was damaged.
Those are bright too. I think those are the LEDs with the little ballast or whatever it's called. I do want to get the LED blinker. That may be like one of the upgrades we do once we complete the car. So
They are pricey though.
there's still a lot more to sand before we can paint. We may decide to paint the whole entire car. There's no telling, but be sure to stay tuned for the next video. We'll be letting you guys know what's going to happen with the paint job, if we're going to paint the entire car or just paint certain panels. We're definitely going to add more horsepower to this build. So if you're new, be sure to subscribe. If you want to see some more awesome pictures of Thomas and some other inside scoops, be sure to follow us on Instagram at Goon Squad. Also, guys, be sure to check out goonsquad.com if you want to copy some merch and support your boys. If you want to support the channel, you can become a Patreon. The link will be down below. All the support is much appreciated, and you guys make this channel grow. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.